Hello everybody, AJ Jammerslam here, and today we're back in Overwatch. And in Overwatch, we're gonna be playing 6v6 random heroes. What? That's whack! Yeah. And I think I might try to tell a story. I don't really know what kind of story. So, a story from my life. Story from my life. It's probably not gonna be something interesting. You're probably gonna leave halfway through the video. Why do I always get Toblerone? I seriously always get Toblerone. I don't like it. Toblerone is not my friend. In fact, Toblerone is not my anything. He's not even my brother! Like you all thought he was.
Things for you.
It's a story. I mean, I have some stuff that I would talk about, but it's embarrassing. So maybe later. Maybe later in the day. Maybe they got a Hanser. Oh, I love Hanser. You like Hanser, Turret? Move once if you like Hanser.
3.
He did it like on cue. That was amazing. So a story. Oh, I remember. I have a story. It's actually not that interesting, but I remember. Me and one of my friends, we are in Stretch. If you don't know what that is, like an advanced program, or the program for the advanced. It's my air quotes, but I made some air quotes. Oh no, please don't die, Toblerone. But, we're in Stretch. It's like a program for the gifted. That's why I'm in that class. I hate you. Not like you, team, or watching, but I hate you.
Look at you.
In my game. Anyways, but we were in Stretch, and I remember one time, we were in the hallway, and, I don't feel this.
I have beat.
I remember we were in the hallway, and I remember me and my friend were throwing at each other a piece of paper. And as bizarre as this might sound, we were throwing it just like a crumpled up piece of paper. And we were just throwing it, like I would throw it at him, and then he would throw it at me, and then I'd pick it up and throw it at him, he'd pick it up, throw it at me. We were just like doing this over and over and over and over. And I just remember that eventually, like at one point, I remember when a teacher like walked by, and I was just like, what? And a teacher walked by, and they were like, pick the piece of paper up, and they like yelled at us, and then they're like, which one of you started it? We were like in 2nd grade, so you know, both of us lied, and I said it was him, she said it was me, and then she's like, okay, well then you're both getting in trouble, and then like another teacher walked by, and they're like, what were they doing? And then the teacher like, they were throwing around a piece of paper, and then one of the other teachers was just like, don't do that. And they're just like, let us walk away. Like, they're just like, okay, go to class. This is the one teacher was so mad, and I remember that. I don't know why I remember this, but I just do. I just remember that. I remember how funny it was. Because this one teacher's getting so mad that we're throwing a piece of paper, and obviously we weren't just gonna like throw it around and then like just take off without doing anything about it. I was gonna take it, or he was, depending on who had it towards the very end, and we were gonna just throw it away or recycle it or whatever. I was just like, dang, it's really this big of a deal to you for us to throw around paper. I mean, I'm sorry, if it's really that big of a deal, then I won't. Another thing, you ever have like those teachers that are like really big on recycling? I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I have a teacher right now, currently, that they're like, if you throw a piece of paper or like plastic in the recycling, or in the trash, I should say, they'll get so mad at you. They'll be like, like, he'd be like, take that piece of paper out of the trash can. And then he'll be like, what? And then he'll be like, put it in the recycling! I just don't get it. I'm like, what? It's a big deal. Okay, and I imagine that somebody here will probably be like, oh, recycling is good for the environment and stuff, and that's true. It is. It really is. It's true. But, it doesn't mean that it's this big of a deal. And she'll like yell at us, and I think someone got a detention once. Not lying. I think someone got a detention because they didn't throw things away. And I was like, I didn't even know you could give out detentions for something that little of importance. I don't know. I mean, okay. I imagine someone would be like, well, recycling is important. Yeah, recycling is important. I believe that. But I mean, just something that's not even, I don't know, worth the time and effort. I'm a little surprised at why that's a thing and why you can do that. Other stories? Do I have other stories? Oh, I hate all of you. I hate all of you. Oh, hi, Sombra. Hi, Sombra. Go away. That tracer, the tracer went up to me and then recalled into exactly where I was putting my self-destruct. Oh, hello, Mr. Roadhog. Die. There are other funny stories. Oh, okay, this one actually has to involve, this one involves Minecraft stories. So, back in the day, probably like 5th grade, so not that long ago, I remember I got on Minecraft, and I was on a server, or maybe it was a realm. I think it was a realm. So it was back in the day when realms were a thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, like a realm, they're so cool! And then, yeah, and my friend had a realm, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool, and he's like, I'll invite you, you can have your fun, and whatever, and we made statues on the very first one. I remember that we would walk by, and like, someone who had a fight at school that day, and this is gonna sound really dumb, the person who, like, if you like fought with someone at school that day, what you would do is you'd get on the realm, you'd find their statue, and you'd like not really destroy it or like mess with it, or you would mess with it, but not destroy it. Like what people would do is they'd take a water bucket and they'd put it next to your crotch area, and you know, they're like, hey, he's peeing, or I remember one time someone just like took yellow blocks and like did it, and I was just like, okay. I was like, this is what you're doing to yourself. I am not doing anything to you. And then I just remember like the people who the statues were on would get like so mad. The statues were really cool, and if you know Darth Sam Gaming, he was in a few of my videos. He has his own channel, and I would strongly advise you to check that out when you could. But he actually made the majority of the statues. Either he made it all by himself, or he had a little tiny bit. Normally it was all him. Normally 100% him. He had no help. But then sometimes, like, I know working on my statue, what he'd do is he'd ask for a screenshot of your skin, and then, your skin in Minecraft, and then he'd be like, oh, okay, and he'd look off that. And yeah, it was all pretty cool. But I remember, when I was making mine, the ferret scared me. When I was making mine, or I made mine, I helped him make mine, you could say. Like, I helped him with mine. Just kind of the basic stuff. Like, he did the fine details, you could say. And then I was like, oh, okay, I'll do the sleeves of my skin or whatever. And, I remember, like, the minute mine went up, someone did something to mine. And I was just like, huh, alright. And then it was like, back in the day, it was like a whole murder mystery. They're like, alright, who did it? It's like Clue. It was Robbie at 12 o'clock with the broom. Wait, I was gonna say the broomstick. But, it makes sense if we're talking about it. With the, yellow block. know, it would be like a whole clue, like, sequence that would go on, and you're just like, it's really not that big of a deal. Really not. And then, I don't know, people got mad about it. I can't really say that it wasn't that big of a deal, to be honest, because let's be real here. I am guilty of probably overreacting to that. I was probably like, hey, you messed up my statue. I'm so mad at you. But that was actually pretty cool. And then I remember Robbie, he owned the server, and he was messing around on it one day. Sorry, I just cleared my throat. But he was messing around in it one day, and what was I gonna say? Oh yes, come with me. Yes.
Thanks
But
for the
we were
love.
messing around, and I built a house on a new one. He like revamped the realm. We had a new world and everything. I built a house. And I was just like, okay, let's go freaking crazy with pets. I had 3 cats, like 8 dogs, and like a whole outside area that had like rabbits and horses and, you know, all that stuff.
Build 'em up, break 'em down.
I hate how I always get tormented, but I had like all this stuff in my house, and I was just like, oh, okay. And like, one day I remember Robbie messed around with
Such
it,
potential.
and I was just like, oh, nothing loaded in. But Robbie was messing around with like commands one day, and he made this command that what happened was he took everything that was alive. So like every villager, every animal, and like in like a large radius. It's like a very large radius, dude. It's like a weird thing. And I was just like, oh, okay. And he took all of it, and then, I'm not even kidding, like, he summoned all of it above lava. So, like, all my pets and stuff died, and I was just like, Robbie, what have you done? And I was, like, really mad at him. So yeah, that's a thing that happened. What else happened? Okay, so I remember there was like, I think it was a grief that happened. There was a lot that happened on this realm. Let me tell you now. But
Our world is worth fighting
there
for.
was a time that someone griefed a bunch of stuff, and everybody's like, AJ, was it you? And I'm like, no, it was not me. And then they're like, are you sure? And like, everybody actually thought it was me. And I was like, dude, I
love this. So
And then they're like,
frustrating.
okay, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm positive it wasn't me. And they're like, yeah, it's probably him. And so what Robbie did is a bunch of people distracted me, and they were like helping me build something, and I was just like, oh, okay, thanks for the help, this sudden amount of help, guys. And then I should have been up to something. But then they were like, oh yeah, we're just helping you out of the kindness of our hearts. And then literally, like, I got teleported by Robbie into an obsidian prison, like, or not obsidian, bedrock prison. And then what he did is he made the prison out of bedrock, but he had the bars, like iron bars. But then what he did, so like to balance this out here, what he did is he just put me in adventure mode, and I was just like, okay. And I was just like, oh, alright. Whatever, I was just like, okay, this is interesting.
Ooh, sorry about that.
I was just like, that's great. But yeah, I mean, like, and I was just left in there, like, no one really even did anything about it. I was just like, oh, okay, thanks, man. Like, glad to see I'm real appreciated here. I remember, like, sitting in there. Like, I don't know why I just didn't leave or something, like, leave the game. But I just remember sitting there,
I play to win.
thinking, and I was just like, huh. what do I even do now? And like, they gave me like a chest, and it was full of bread and stuff, so I went to die of hunger, and then my spawn back to my house. She was like, is there any other way to like kill myself so I could go back to my house? And then, and just, you know, I have to go to prison. Oh, okay. And then I remember my friend's name was Lucas. Pretty dank guy. You should totally, if you ever meet Lucas, you should totally tell him that I call him dank. Jank rat the dank rat. But I remember Lucas got on the server and he's like, oh, hey, AJ, and then I was just like, oh, what's up? Like, oh, it's your boy, what up? And then I was just like, oh, not much, just stuck in a prison cell, and I was like mad about it. And then he's just like, oh, really? And he TP'd at me, and him, still being in creative, was just like,
enemy of humanity
what the heck is this? And I'm like, Robbie and the other people that were mad at me, or Robbie built it, but the other people that were mad at me put me in here for some reason. I don't even remember what for. But then he was just like, oh, okay, and he just broke like the whole like portion of it and just let me out, and I was like, oh, thanks, man. And then he got on, or Robbie got on, I believe, and he's just like, what? How did you escape? And he like teleported me back, and he didn't even fix it before he did, because he didn't know what was happening. And then he's just like, wait, what the heck? He saw the big hole, and he's just like, wait, how did you do this? And I'm like, I didn't. And then he's like, oh, so you had help? And I'm like, yeah, a little. And then he's like, if you tell me who, did this, he was like, I'll put them in here instead of you. And I was just like, no, I didn't do that. Or I think I might have lied and said someone else. But I don't know. I don't really actually know what happened. But something happened, and then he like rebuilt it and just let me sit in there, and I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, I honestly couldn't care less. But you know, if that's what you want to do with your life, you go ahead and bully people on Minecraft. Yeah, that's what happened. More stories. It's more like a gaming story. It's still kind of funny though. Like, we took Minecraft seriously in like 5th grade, and it's just kind of funny because you wouldn't really expect you wouldn't really expect this to be like a story that would actually have probably happened. But I mean, it did. That's what happened.
Such potential.
Can I put my thing up here? God! There, finally. But, we're gonna think more stories.
Armor over here. A marvel of beauty.
No, turret, no! I can't reach it! No, turret, no! No! All of you are gonna pay! Why do I keep getting thrown off of this? Let me, no! Gosh! It's you! It's Lucio! Ah! I can't! Ah! It's Lucio's fault! Ah! I remember I was playing Overwatch once, and someone's like, wow, I was playing Bastion, and then someone's like, wow, someone plays a lot of Animal Jam, and I've never had anybody, like, nobody's ever just made an inference, like, oh, he's named himself this because whatever, but this by far is like the stupidest / weirdest inference that I've ever expected to be made.
Securing the gate.
And it's just kind of ironic. It's just kind of ironic that like
Behind you.
They thought, and I mean, I get it. I get why they thought that it would be Animal Jam, but it's just kind of ironic that they did. And if you guys really want to know why, why I named myself this, alright, then I'm sure I'll explain.
Right now.
What happened is, I was making a Club Penguin account when I was like 6 years old, or however old I was at the time. I just remember, and I was just like, I want my name to be AJ, because at the time, anytime I did something, and not like anytime I did anything, but anytime I did something, like on the computer, or if I was just like playing with like whatever, I would always like name my character something beginning with A, and then the next time I named it something, it would begin with B, and I would just go through the alphabet, just random names. And I'm like, I want my penguin named AJ, and then I remember this. I don't know why I remember this so well, but then it was like, AJ is already taken. And then my dad was like, oh, okay, well, let's make it something else. And then I'm just like, huh. Just like, okay, let's make, and then I'm just like, I don't have any ideas. And I don't know, like, where this came from in his mind. It's just like, how about AJ Jammer Slam? And I'm like, okay, let's do it. And then, as you can tell, I did it, and I've stuck with it ever since. Despite the fact that my Instagram is named something different, but that's for different reasons. My Instagram is named something different because, oh, I missed. Because I have a personal account that I don't actually use anymore called AJ Jammer Slam. And that was my first Instagram, and it was my personal account, and I made that one. And then I made my secondary, which is just, or my one that I use now, which is AJ's Randomness. And then I made a third for a while that alternated between quite a few, and now it's sticking as multi-nerd facts, and I just start saying Star Wars, Overwatch, Marvel, Pokemon, DC, anything like that I'm basically trying to post facts about, but I've been kind of slacking on that. So I really need to get back to that. Just commend myself. But thanks everybody for watching this story arcade mode.
Epic.
And if you enjoyed, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. Thanks for watching.